Glen 7 community. We've just come out of our council meeting, our August Ordinary Council meeting. A bit of a shorter agenda this month compared to the last few months, but still some really important reports that went up, and we'll just talk about a few of those. So today I did put up a mayoral minute. This was a timely mayoral minute because we attended a webinar earlier in this week that was around the New England Res Access Scheme. So what this mayoral minute was about was endorsing for council to submit or write a submission into the New South Wales government through Energy Code, and really to advocate for existing transmission lines, including the 132 kV transmission line that runs through our LGA, to be included in the access scheme. Now, the reason this is important is because we want to make sure, as your council, that the community don't miss out on the potential community consultations, as well as various other reasons. So that's really important. That went through today, so we'll be making that submission soon.
Council also received a report about the organisational structure. Obviously, the organisation is pivotal to the council being able to deliver on its future plans and actions. But an important part of the report related to how we're going to improve the organisation, how we will continue to strive to make it more effective, and how we build a terrific mindset and culture within the organisation. We also considered, well, the council also considered a report regarding our financial assistance grants. Council receives almost $6 million a year from the federal government with those grants, and there have been some important and significant changes around how those grants are paid to council. That will have a short-term impact, however, the net effect over a long period of time is nil. However, it is an incredibly important funding stream for council, and it was important for the council to consider their current status. Some may be aware of what's been referred to as the CETA project. It's a very innovative entrepreneurial project regarding waste and incineration and preserving the environment in the form of reducing carbon emissions. Council has been very supportive of that project and has been assisting where appropriate the proponent of it. So there were some decisions about how we can continue to support that project.
Yes, and I think we will continue, of course, from, you can see the difference between operations and what my role as Mayor is here. The federal assistance grants and the timing, that's very much in the operational space. But as your Mayor, I'll continue to advocate hard for the financial assistance grants to be returned to 1% of tax revenue. We need that as a community. Lots of other regional, rural and remote communities depend on that as well. Another important report that went up today was for a development application for a cattle feedlot located at Wellington Vale. That's a 999 head development, and interestingly, council received quite a few submissions on that, 166 actually, but most of those were from actually outside of our local government area. So there was only around 3 or 4 from Glen Innes and 1 from our neighbour Tenterfield, all of which were overall still positive about the development application. Most of the other submissions that were received were around animal welfare, and this really is important for the proponent to make sure that they are meeting all of the animal welfare regulations. Our job in approving the DA, which we did, is really to assess it under the planning framework and ensure that it has met all of the conditions necessary to be approved, which it did. So this has been endorsed by council, and I congratulate the proponent. I also want to just remind everyone that this weekend we do have the robot unveiling at Emmaville RSL Park. That starts at 10 AM. I'll be attending to unveil that. Unfortunately, at the same time, the RFS medal ceremony is on, which unfortunately I can't be in two places at once, but Councillor Tim Alt is going to be at that ceremony representing me as Mayor. But I personally wanted to extend my gratitude and thanks to all of the volunteers of the RFS and congratulate them on their soon-to-be awarded medals. Have a great day and we'll speak to you soon.